Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. It's funny that the title today is called Accomplishing Hard Things. So, my computer recently had a dummy spit and some of the keys wouldn't work. And so I went to one place and they quoted me, $600 to replace the keyboard. And they said, oh, you can't have it. It would take, 3 to 5 business days to get the part. And then I went to the Apple store, made an appointment, and they miracle fixed it on the spot, reset something, and it all worked. So that was amazing, but it meant I lost a lot of my passwords when I went into Google. So anyway, it was hard to try and get into all my things this morning. So I guess is life, isn't it? It is about accomplishing hard things, and sometimes the easy things become the hard. So anyway, I wanted to clear some energy around us having a go at things that we don't think we could do. And sometimes it might take a long time to get to, accomplish what we think we might like to do. So I guess it's deciding what it is that does interest you, and also, I guess, praying for inspiration for, what we are divinely inspired to do. And like I was praying very hard yesterday when I needed to get my computer fixed. Very grateful. I was so teary afterwards because it was a miracle, really. Anyway, what is it that you would love to do? What's in the back of your head that you've always thought that you might like to have a go at? Is there something that you've always want to have a go at? So I recently had a go at high rocks. It was not something I ever thought I could do. Yeah. So anyway, some people at the gym were doing it, and I thought maybe I'll have a go. And you could do it by yourself, or you could do it with a partner, or you could do it in a relay team. But I decided, because I can't run very fast, that I would go on my own, and that I wouldn't hold anyone up. And anyway, I did have a go at a practice run about 3 weeks ago, and 4 weeks ago now. And then I had a little bit of sore throat, and then I got sick afterwards. So I was still not feeling great when I did it, but another participant lent me a little nose tape, which didn't look great, but it was helped me breathe really good, and I was able to get through it. So I guess as we're going through the hard things too, we can pray, we can ask for help, we can ask for support. If it's important to us, I'm sure God wants us to be successful and will support us in whatever it is that we desire to do. Okay. Okay, so now good morning to whoever's on here. Nothing was showing, so this is good morning, Jackie. Something wrong with the. All right. All right, so let's start with our sixth chakra. Jackie said, that's probably the most difficult thing. I don't really know. Ideas pop up, but I'm strapped for time, headspace, money, and I have much else to do. Yeah. Sometimes we just have to have a little window that we create, maybe once a week or something, to give ourselves time to think about what it is that we would like to do, and, make a little window for that. And even if it's half an hour, whatever a week, and even in that time, if you just spend initially time thinking about it or pondering about what will be important to you, I think that's important too. Oh, Facebook's giving us a little jiggle here. All right. All right, so we're going to go into that brow chakra. Good morning, Lisa. All right, I easily release all my hidden emotions as they are experienced. So, all right, so the feeling of being possessive. So, what do you want to be possessive of? So, Jackie's mentions it's hard to find out how and where to start for an idea, especially if it feels silly. Well, when I first started training, I could not squat, I could not run, one leg would collapse. I couldn't do any of that. So, to do what I did at that point would have felt silly, would like been impossible. So I think it doesn't matter if it's silly. I think it's like if that's what your heart wants, I think you just got to work out how you can do it, and maybe the small steps that get you there. It's not silly if that's what your heart tells you. Good morning, Margaret. All right, so one of the feelings, like we said, was possessive. So sometimes I could see possessiveness going as we want to protect anyone from doing silly things. So maybe that's why you feel like you don't want to do silly things. Good morning, Susanna. All right, the other feeling that comes up is feeling left out. I guess each, new invention has to be imagined first, isn't it? And it mustn't be there beforehand. All right, so I'm confident in my intelligence. So now we're going to go into the crown chakra. I think we get led to things step by step, idea by idea. So it's like sometimes we don't start with the whole picture. We don't start with how the end's going to look, but it's like we have a little idea to do something or to try something. And for me, even like beginning to train began with Monique because she wanted to look nice for her formal. So we started having a personal trainer come, and a personal trainer was a patient. So it's like, the teacher was provided, and then it's like each opportunity sort of happens slowly. There was no way that I would have ever thought I could do anything like that. In fact, I'd never run that far in my life. So, all right, I'm a success even when things around me get tough. So I guess we often think that if things get tough, that maybe we've got the wrong idea or we're just being blocked or it's not the right idea, or it's not the right thing to do. So I think sometimes ideas have to start with, what does my heart want? If I pray about it, does it feel right? You know, what's my next little baby step to take? How am I going to do that? And it's like to just begin the journey, isn't it? All right, I'm not measured by possessions or connections. So sometimes we worry about what other people will think, or, is this you know, a winner? I don't know, but it doesn't have to be that. I think it just has to be what your heart wants from you. All right, I'm connected to my earth family and my heavenly family. Now, sometimes the families that we chose were amazing. Sometimes the families that we chose were very difficult. So it's like some people just provided DNA and not much else. So let's say I no longer judge myself on my start or on my family or on my past. Maybe we can see the future as a book that's yet to be written. All right. Are there parts of your body that are telling you where the energy is stuck? All right, we're going to go into the 8th chakra. So that's like needing connection into the earth. All right. Hi, Kathy. I act in accordance. Oh, I can't see that one now. I act in alignment with my values. So it's like what's important to you is how you're going to act. If your health is what's important to you, well, then you can start with little changes in your diet. You can drink more water. You can make sure you get more sleep. You can take electromagnetic radiation away from you at night. It's like each little step is something that brings you better. And there was the story of the English Olympic bike team. Oh, Susanna mentioned her eyes. Thank you, Susanna. And they hadn't won for over 100 years. And the people that were giving them their bikes decided to withdraw their sponsorship because they were making them look bad. And so they got a new coach, and he talked to the team and he said, what about if we, make different things 1% better? So it's like, what can you make 1% better? What can you do 1% better? And so eventually they won, and they won a lot of times because of their doing 1% improvements. So what's coming up is unhappy with this time of your life. So what would you like to change? What would you like to be different? And age 6 comes up. And 10. 26. 43. All right, so Jackie's mentioned sleep would be good, but menopause isn't helpful. Okay, yeah, sleep is very important. All right, so some sort of bacteria affecting your adrenals. So you could use thyme oil. Thyme oil's a little bit spicy though, so you would probably have to dilute it, and you could rub it on the bottom of your feet, and you can look on the feet chart to see where your adrenals are, because thyme helps release and forgive, and it also kills lots of bugs. So that could be very helpful. Also, you could, use some sort of adrenal support. And basil oil can be helpful when you need renewal, when you feel like just being wrung out. So thyme empties the soul of negativity, leaving the heart wide open. In this state of openness, individuals begin to feel tolerance and patience for others. As the heart opens more and more, it is able to receive love and offer forgiveness. Time teaches that it's time to let go and and move forward. As individuals forgive, they free themselves from emotional bondage. Time transforms hate and anger into love and forgiveness. And then also, some Roman chamomile, which is about spiritual purpose. So you could use that to help you to help you be more mindful of your purpose and to believe your purpose is important. All right, Roman chamomile assists in shedding the meaningless activities that consume lives so individuals can focus on a more fulfilling work, even the work of their own souls. All right, this oil assists in feeling connected to and supported by divine helpers and guides, and calms insecurities about following one's spiritual path. When in doubt, Roman chamomile softens the personality, easing the overactive ego mind. It restores confidence in doing what they love and what they came here to this earth to do. People fearfully believe that if they do what they love, they will end up destitute. Roman chamomile reminds them to do what they love to experience true success. All right, so Roman chamomile and thyme. And also juniper berry. So juniper berry is about addressing like the dark side of us. Okay, so this is again from the Essential Emotions book. Susanna said she has all three oils. Go, Susanna. Dreams contain nighttime communications. Even nightmares can reveal unresolved fears and issues. It's kind of like a safe time to go through scenarios that might not be great. Juniper berry offers courage and energetic protection in the nighttime. It encourages an honest assessment of the information being communicated from within. As individuals reconcile with their fears and other hidden aspects of themselves, they experience greater wholeness. Juniper berry helps restore the balance between light and dark, conscious and subconscious, day and night. It acts as a guide on the path towards wholeness. Juniper berry teaches that there is truly nothing to fear when one acknowledges and accepts all aspects of the self. All right, so that would kind of make sense too, helping with nighttime issues. I would suggest too to have like a pen and notepad that when you wake up to write down what's in your head or what's bothering you, because then these things can be stuff that we can work on to be cleared. All right, so now we're going to go into our solar plexus chakra, which is about our ability to go and have a go. All right, I make all of my life choices in the interest of my highest growth and learning, which is confronting. You know, sometimes we just want to stay nice and cozy and comfortable where we are now, and we don't want to put ourselves out too much, you know, and we don't want to make ourselves look silly. But, you know, when I did the race, I was the slowest person there. Everyone ran past me. I didn't mind. But as they ran past me, they all were encouraging and said, keep going, don't give up. And even people I didn't know would be encouraging. So I'm no doubt I look silly. I can't run fast, and you know I have wonky legs, but I don't care, and I kept going. So it's like, I guess, deciding that you're going to do something, and it doesn't matter what other people think. It's like you have to do it because that's what your heart wants you to do. All right, I choose goodness, light, and love. Now, when we're aiming towards something, it's like all these things come up, and you can see them as obstacles, but they're not obstacles. They're the things that are preventing you from moving forward. So it's like you're being shown, well, this is where you're stuck. So it's like, this is what we're going to work on to help clear you so you can keep moving forward. So now we're going to go into layers of the aura. So the sixth layer of the aura, which kind of relates to the sixth chakra, which is where we started today. So, and that's about emotions and spiritual connections. So that would make a lot of sense. So leaking energy from that part of your aura. So current females. Okay, Margaret, I like the muscle picture. She's got a heart and a muscle. So some stuck emotions in your aura. And can you think of who the female is that's bothering you? So what's coming up is emotional needs not being met. And sometimes it's hard to see how you're going to have them met, isn't it? If you don't have a partner or you're in a situation where you don't have close support, you can feel like your emotional needs won't be met. But I truly believe that somebody needs you as a friend and you need somebody as a friend. So it's like asking for that help that you need. All right, also hooks. So it's like when people latch onto us in an unhealthy way, they're a bit lazy instead of getting their energy from the source. They're trying to suck you dry. So female from the past, age 16. Now also the seventh layer. Oh, Jackie says I was talking, I was too much. Well, were you too much, or were other people scared to be their real selves? And did you not get an opportunity to communicate at home? Like, if your family was not communicative, you probably needed people to talk to. And you've assumed that you're too much, whereas, you would have been a colourful, fun friend. And if you're not colourful and you're not enthusiastic and wanting to go and have a go at life, how are you going to get anything done? People telling you that you are too much means that they don't want to do anything. All right, so the too much drama is generational from your birth dad's dad. And actually the women on that side of the family. We need colourful people. We need people that add, dimension to our lives. We don't need everyone to be flat Stanley. So the hooks are from the people that were telling you that you were too much. And can you forgive them for not being enough? All right, so all of that made you feel unworthy of love. So this also has some generational baggage from your birth dad's mum. But this time it's the men. Like 23 generations of men. So that puts a bit of perspective on it too, because it's like, well, you're actually help clearing these deep emotional patterns that are in my family tree, and you would never know about that because you didn't live with these people. All right, so something from the second layer of the aura. So males from the past, age 6. Something else. All right, so now we're going to go back to the heart chakra. because all these things have affected your ability to feel like you can be loved. So it's like you only got conditional love. We'll only love you when you're quiet and boring. We won't love you when you're being yourself. All right, so what else is coming up is deep grief over the loss of a loved one. Something from age 2. I don't know, did you lose a pet or did somebody die? Somebody move away? All right, I give myself permission to experience intimate love. So when we've been told that we're too much or, that we're a problem, it's like we're scared to be ourselves. So it's like we're always holding back and we're frightened that if we are ourselves, that we'll be rejected. So it's like you never allowing yourself to be you. I am free to let go. Every day I'm coming more from my heart and less from my head. Because when we've got in trouble, it's like we do everything in our power to not get in trouble for the same thing. So it's like every time you want to follow your heart, people would see you as being too much drama. Then you don't operate from your heart. So then that's not great for you. All right, so let's say I am enough. I've always been enough, which doesn't hold. All right, age 18. So feeling mean. And maybe it's sensitive to other people being mean. Who was mean to you? So other ages here too. So that was 18. So 26, 30. Back into the crown chakra. All right, I don't need all the answers right now. So I'm sure as a mother that you've allowed your children to be much freer than you were allowed to be. You would have wanted your children to feel that they can be who they are and that, even if they are a little bit rowdy, that was okay. All right. I honor and love myself deeply, which is almost a new concept, isn't it? When we've been told that we're too much and we're drama and we're not acceptable, it's like we believe that we're not worthy of honor and we can't honor ourselves, and that, no matter how hard we try, that we're not going to be good enough. So it's like we have to pull all of these things out of our head and out of our body, because it's like it's all been stuck there since you were a kid. All right, and I like this one. I easily see a higher purpose for every experience. So all these difficult experiences have made you the beautiful person that you are. So it's like sometimes it doesn't feel like we've got it together. Sometimes it just feels like we're a mess. But you've allowed other people to be who they are, because you don't want anyone to feel like you felt where you didn't get what you needed. All right, so back to the solar plexus chakra. So this is a bit silly, but if I say, they've pinched your self-esteem and your self-worth, and I want you to say, that's mine, give it back. You want to go claim it back. All right, I make wise decisions. I do things in the right way and time for me. I know that I'm a powerful and wholesome force for good. I accept responsibility for all my decisions. Because you can't go back and change them, can you? You can't. So you can do the best that you can with, what you've been given. And, you haven't stopped. You've tried to be the best that you can be. You're still trying to help people. Now, for some reason, the comments aren't uploading or going faster. All right, we're going to go into the 9th chakra now. So that's above the crown chakra. Interesting today. Facebook keeps telling me, frame rate too slow, frame rate too slow. All right, so the 9th chakra is about aligning ourselves with our purpose, because sometimes we just forget who we are, or we're not allowed to remember who we were before we came to Earth, and the missions that we had when we came here. So we can act as if it's not our choice to be here. And being adopted, you could think that, but I totally believe that you were born at exactly the right time. You were there for the right reasons, and even though you may not see that, I can see that you've become a strong person because of that. And this 9th chakra connects to the sleep problems. So sometimes you need silence. So where can you get silence? Do you need to go to the beach, or do you need to, in this weather, you'd have to put on a fur coat, but all right. Also socializing with people of a high vibration. Something is not. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe if you send me a personal message if it's not going through on Facebook here. because it hasn't updated for about now it has. All right, thank you, Jackie. She says, I feel and now see that maybe not being open has hindered my love towards others. My vibration has been low. Yeah. It's kind of like I know about myself that I can love other people and accept other people. But if you think that I'm going to be wonderful all the time and have everything organized, that ain't me. I'd want to be like that, but that's not me. So it's like I have other people and friends around me that are that. My husband's that. He's very organized. So it's like you have to be you. I have to be me. I killed myself for years trying to be the 15-minute chiropractor. I couldn't do it. I was 2 hours late, literally. I just couldn't do it. So it's like we're trying to be what other people expected us to be or hoped we would be, or, the ideal person. It's like we've been shut in a box and we have to rip open the box and get out of there. All right, another oil is tangerine. I love tangerine. It's so I don't know, it just has a delicious smell and it's just uplifting. So some of those other oils we've mentioned today are quite heavy, but tangerine is light. So you could use that to help you be creative, to think about how you're going to do things differently. So tangerine's about spontaneity. Sorry, you're not saying that right. All right, tangerine supports individuals in accessing the abundant pool of creative energy held within the spirit. I love that. It then assists that energy in flowing through the heart and into physical manifestation. Tangerine teaches individuals to enjoy life by being more abundantly creative and to re experience the joy and spontaneity they knew in childhood. So you need to ask your childhood one that was too much and full of drama to help you. You need to work together to devise a plan to have some fun. All right, so Jackie said, my partner has said he accepted me as I am, but he feels I'm holding back. Well, you've been told that you were too much. Of course you're holding back. It's like chains that people put around you when you were a kid. So it's like, let's get the big choppers and chop those chains off. All right, so now we're going to go into the 10th chakra. All right, so it's about like the good and the bad that life has to offer. And sometimes, bad things happen and it's just really hard. But it's like the good and the bad of ourselves, isn't it? So it's embracing our light and shadow self. So there are some parts of me that I love and I want you to know, and there's some parts of me I think, oh no, you don't need to know that. So like I can be really stubborn and I can put things off, and there's parts of me that I don't want to expose, but it's still part of me. Right. I love all parts of my personality. Some parts are annoying. All right. I think through my every action and its consequence. And I don't want you to think it in terms of not upsetting people. I want you to think in terms of like, how is this bringing me towards accomplishing great things? So, how am I unchaining myself to actually be me? All right, back to the heart chakra for a moment. All right, Melissa oil. So Melissa is the oil of light, sorry. It's one of the highest vibrational oils, also very expensive, but anyway. It's also lemon balm, so you could make it like a lemon balm tea. All right, Melissa's enthusiasm is contagious. Through the intense light and vibration this oil has to offer, individuals may feel they cannot help but let go of feelings of darkness, despair, and other low vibrations that are holding them down. It teaches the joy of living. Yeah, so it's like hiding and trying not to be a pest is not living. So it's like, finding people and, situations that accept you as you are, colourful and, not boring. You're never going to be boring. You're always going to bring light and fun. All right, so I'm ready, willing, and able to accomplish great things. That's strong. My thoughts no longer hold me back. My feelings no longer hold me back. I can see my path. All right, so that one doesn't hold yet. Maybe that goes back to your eyes, Susanna. All right, so this one's got a generational component. So dad's side, dad's mum, and the women. Like 17 generations of women. All right, and some stuck emotions in the genes. All right, refusing to let go of the past. And that would make sense with a lot of this, isn't it? We're stuck in the past and seeing ourselves as flawed or faulty or unacceptable or, too much or whatever we see ourselves as. So and it's funny, it makes me think of the first brother and myself. We were bully and whinger. I was whinger. So it's like I can think I'm whinger and not want to say something. So it's like we want to change that pattern. We want to express what we feel. Because otherwise it gets stuck in our body and we get pain or illness. So we need to express. All right, 11th chakra. All right, and this would make sense. So the 11th chakra is about the Akashic record. So it's like everything, every experience that's happened to us is all recorded in our energy field, but it's also recorded in our brain as well. So what's coming up is opposition of great proportion. So when we have opposition, because it happens to me too, there are some days that I just feel like I'm in the black hole of Calcutta. There never was a good thing. I never did a good thing. I never will do a good thing. It's like we can just be so stuck. But that's the bad team wanting you to feel that there is no hope or that, what is in your heart is not good, because they know from before you came to earth what your purpose is. You were not allowed to remember, but they know. And so they don't want you to achieve your purpose. So it's like they want to stop you. And so when you experience opposition, you believe, oh, maybe I'm just on the wrong path, or, I'm not the right person to do this. Rubbish. It's like the more that you get opposition, the more that you know that you're on the right path. All right, so strengthening this chakra is strengthened by periods of alone time. Do you get alone time? So I find it hard to get that. Sometimes I have to go and hide in my room. now cedarwood is the oil of community. So sometimes we just feel alone. Oh, hello, Grace. How are you? All right, I'm warm and harmonious, sensing where I belong, and open my heart to receive the love and support of others. So, yeah, I want you to feel that love and support, that we love and support you, and that we want you to be who you are and who your heart's telling you to be. All right, I recognize the support systems that I already have in place, including my sometimes overlooked family and friends. All right, in times of crisis, I hold firm, even against persistent external forces, enabling me to resist the sudden events and powerful emotions that could undermine my confidence and morale. Okay, so cedarwood's calming. And for some people, it helps with sleep too. Okay. So it's okay for me to see my path forward. It's okay for me to operate from my heart and to trust that what my heart is telling me to do is what I'm inspired to do. I'm finding ways to take each little baby step to get there. All right, something from age 6. Feeling wounded. How were you wounded when you were 6? And where is the wound? Where do you feel it in your body? Okay. All right, big breath in and out. Okay. So I have an Energy Workz course running from tomorrow. So it's 3 days. If you've never learned energy healing, love you to come. It's $750 and it includes your manual and your food. And of course, we want you to come and learn how to clear energy. And it's an opportunity to work on yourself for 3 days and to be with like-minded people. So Jackie said there's always something from age 6. The only one was we moved away from the school I was at. Well, that's a big change, isn't it? It's like every time you wanted to have roots or feel that you fit in somewhere, you're taken away. Thank you, Susanna. So it's like you're putting in roots like a tree, and the tree can only flower when it feels like it's settled in and it's getting nutrients. So we want you to flower. All right. So our next Energy Works get together is the 2nd of August. So look forward to seeing you then. And I hope that you feel inspired to have a go at difficult things, and that no matter how crazy the idea seems, work towards it. Just small steps. All right. Sending you a big hug and know that you're a good, wonderful person, and know that what's in your heart is important. And I don't want you to give that up. All right. See you.